Why is it my lord but your highness? Yes, my lord. Sure thing, your highness. Right away, my lady. Anything else, your excellency? English has many ways of enshrining social relationships and relative status in its forms of address. Some of the older, more formal forms like my lord and your highness use pronouns that express the concept of possession. But why is it that sometimes the person with the higher status gets a my and sometimes a your? How can opposite concepts both be used for the same kind of status relationship? My seems like the more natural way to do it. It goes with the question, what are you to me? Are you my friend? Well then, until tomorrow, my friend. Are you my child? Well then, sleep well, my child. Are you the boss of me in some kind of feudal system? Then, take pity, my lord. Please spare him, my liege. But my can also express a pretty personal, intimate connection, as it does in terms of endearment like my love, my darling, my sweet little schnooky poopsie. The overtones of intimacy in my probably prevented it from becoming too widespread as a mode of formal address to superiors. There are far more phrases with your for addressing superiors, and they are far more formalized. It's your majesty for the king and queen, your highness for other royals, your grace for dukes and duchesses, your excellency for diplomats, your honor for judges, your holiness for the pope, your eminence for cardinals, your beatitude in the Orthodox Church, although this can all vary among different countries and religions. This style of address developed in the late Roman Empire in the 4th century and continued in the Latin used through the Middle Ages. People could take nearly any adjective and turn it into a form of address. The idea was that you weren't just addressing yourself to the person, but to some quality of that person. If you wanted to appeal to someone's sense of mercy, you might call them your clemency or your kindness, identifying them with the qualities you hope to call to mind. If you just wanted to flatter them, you might call them your magnificence or your nobility. A lot of flattering went on. But this type of character quality as identifier strategy went both ways. Writing to a higher up, you might refer to yourself as my lowness or my inartfulness, and talking about a third person who just messed things up, you might refer to his carelessness. There was no formal protocol for which titles went with which offices or stations for a long time, but they eventually settled into habits defined by stricter rules as courtly behavior became more codified. Your Majesty didn't become the official term for royals in English until about 1700. In Spanish, a whole new, more formal way of saying you developed, usted, from the phrase vuestra merced, your grace. Through all this linguistic tightening of forms of address etiquette, my lord survived as a term of respect, but alongside it was your lordship, essentially used the same way. It pulls the neat trick of taking a noun that expresses a social role and turns it into an abstract noun for the quality of having that social role. As in, it is your quality of being a lord which I appeal to here. No reason we couldn't use the same strategy in all kinds of areas of our lives. I cleaned my room, your mumminess. Here's the report, your bossness. On second thought, we've probably got enough titles as it is.